You may now be seated. Good evening, friends, family, faculty, and fellow graduates. My name is Laurel Taylor, and I am so honored to welcome you to Lugoff-Elgin High School's 2020 graduation ceremony. In normal circumstances, a graduation is a special time for everyone involved. But now, more than ever, we realize what a truly special occasion this is. At this time, I'd like to thank our principal, Worth Thomason, the director of Wooler Technology Center, Gordon Morris, the superintendent, Dr. Shane Robbins, the school board, the entire faculty and staff here at Lugoff-Elgin High School, the district office, and everyone else who has helped make today happen. Many of us have worked tirelessly these past 12 years to arrive at this moment, even amidst these trials we did not expect to face. With the current situation that we are in, we are so lucky that we are able to experience this ceremony today. Even though we have to sit 6 feet apart and wear masks, we are here together to celebrate 2020's accomplishments. Every single one of us has faced some hardship or sacrifice to get here today. Regardless of who you are, graduating high school is a major milestone. So today, we are here to honor all that we have done to complete high school. However, high school graduation is not the end. Today, we also get to look forward to the great things we will do in the future, as this ceremony commemorates the beginning of the rest of our lives. From this moment forward, we all begin our unique journeys to achieve our own individual goals. The road to our futures may not always be easy, but we have shown that we are capable of many great things. No matter where we go or what we accomplish in the future, we will always be Lugoff-Elgin High School's class of 2020. Along with the past 12 years of our lives, today's commencement ceremony is the final moment that forms a permanent bond between us all. Fellow graduates, today is our day, and this ceremony is for us. In a moment, we will all get to walk across this stage and be recognized for all that we have accomplished. So again, I welcome all of our guests and graduates to Lugoff-Elgin High School's 2020 graduation ceremony. Congratulations, class of 2020, we did it.
Please bow your heads in prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you for allowing us to gather here one final time as the class of 2020. Today, we gather to celebrate our accomplishments and the beginnings of the rest of our lives. We will become mothers, fathers, leaders, community activists, business owners, and scientists. The past few months have been unprecedented for our community, yet you have presented us with many blessings and opportunities as we socially distanced. Families have become closer to each other and you. Communities have rallied to support the ill, the weak, and critical frontline workers. These circumstances will forever define our lives and will help us, the class of 2020, define our future. We will now care more deeply for one another, fight for one another, and lean on each other more because of what we've been through. Thank you for this unexpected blessing and for showing us just how fortunate we are to live in a community as connected and strong as Kershaw County. As we go into the next chapter of our lives, may each of us continue to look to you in times of struggle and in times of joy. In your name we pray, amen.
Our guest speaker in today's ceremony is Mr. Tom Rochester. Tom Rochester was born in Camden, South Carolina. He began his education right here in Lugoff at Lugoff Elementary School, and he graduated from our very own Lugoff-Elgin High School as part of the class of 1977. Education was always very important in the Rochester family. Mr. Rochester's mother, Margot Rochester, was a lifelong teacher at Lugoff-Elgin High School. She began teaching here when the school opened in 1972, and she finished her career in the early 90s. Mr. Rochester's brother, Dan Rochester, was also a graduate of LEHS. While a student here at Lugoff-Elgin High School, Mr. Rochester enjoyed playing on the high school baseball and football teams. He was also the senior president his senior year of high school. After high school, Mr. Rochester's education continued at Clemson University, where he received a degree in civil engineering. He used his engineering background to start a commercial construction company that he presided over for 36 years. The business, Southeastern Architectural Systems, became a household name in the construction community, working in both North and South Carolina. Mr. Rochester recently stopped work, but not to retire. His quest is to help other people achieve their goals in life. Currently, he works for the Sheldon Boys and Girls Club and the Jasper County Council on Aging. He splits his time living in Brays Island and Charlotte, spending time with Cindy, his wife of 38 years, his 3 children, and 2 grandchildren. Class of 2020, parents, faculty, and staff, please welcome our guest speaker, Mr. Tom Rochester.
Well, I hope this is the last graduation that I attend where I have to wear one of these. Trying to remember what it was like sitting where you are 43 years ago. Try to recall some of the things I might have been thinking about at that time. And the biggest question that came to my mind was, where do I go from here? Truth is, I have no clue where you go from here, or myself. But I've got some great news for you guys. The best days of your life are ahead of you. And you might be thinking, how could that be with all the crises that we are facing here as a world today? This world, this country, has faced calamity many times before, and we will prevail. But it will take all of us contributing, all of us. First of all, congratulations on graduating from Lugoff-Elgin High School. I consider this the first step that you are making to becoming an adult. Now, let me stop here. Education never ends. As long as you are breathing, you will have an opportunity to learn. Run to it. Don't take it for granted. Learn, learn, learn. For those of you who are going to work, congratulations. And I would like for you to do me a favor. I'd like for you to look in the mirror every day before you go to work and say, I'm going to be the best employee that this company has. You do that, and one day you will run that company or one just like it. Also, I want to recognize those of you who are going into the military. Can I get a show of hands of those who are choosing a military career? Yeah, let's have a round of applause. Wow. I want to thank you for making that choice to serve your country. It's one of my biggest regrets in life is that I have not served my country like you have chosen to do. So again, thank you for making that choice. And I assume a lot of you will be continuing your education, be it 2-year or 4-year. This is not a postponement to becoming an adult. This is an opportunity to go learn a craft to make this a better world. You guys have all got incredible journeys ahead of you. Okay, I'm going to talk about education for a couple minutes. And on education, I want to let you in on a little secret. These individuals who work at Lugoff-Elgin High School did not come here every day for a paycheck. They came here because they cared about you. I know because my mother, Margot Rochester, worked at Lugoff-Elgin High School for 30 years. She came to work every day dedicated to the kids that were young people who were in her class. I can tell you, she would look in the eyes of every one of you. She would see the potential, and her job was to unlock it. And I can tell you, she was not alone. Every teacher at this school comes with that same attitude. As I sit here today, I see that each of you have that same potential. And with that potential, y'all could become the greatest graduation class of Lugoff-Elgin High School history. What an incredible opportunity that is. Let's see. All right, I did say I wanted to get some help from you tonight, and let me see if I got the cards in the right order here. One thing that generations before you have failed to do is eliminate color when discussing other people. I hate to see color used to describe someone else. And here's why I need your help. You can be the first generation to be colorblind. Why is that important? Because we will not be united until we all see each other the same. To be colorblind. What a great vision that will be. Also, I need your help in thanking the staff here at Lugoff-Elgin High School. From the lunch staff to the janitorial crew, the admin department, and most of all the teachers, thank you all for your dedication to make sure all these young people were able to get here tonight. I want you to do me a favor here now. I want you to go and seek out these professionals who have made a difference in your life. Write them a letter. Give them a phone call. And better than that, just go see them. Make them aware of how much they contributed to your life. Seek them out. Finally, I ask one more thing of you guys. And that's that you care for each other. You leave here today all going in different directions. It's so easy to get disconnected in this world we live in today. But I'm asking you, reach out, stay in touch, care for each other. Now what? Well, life is a mystery. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I do know it will be better. You carry that attitude every day when you wake up that you're going to make this world better and you will make Lugoff-Elgin High School proud. I want to thank you for letting me be a part of your graduation, and God bless.
Good evening. My name is Casey Blair, and I would like to thank everyone that chose to attend this ceremony, for it is something very meaningful to most of us. We may all be a part of the class of 2020. However, there are many differences between us. While some may wish to suppress those differences, I believe it is important to embrace them, because your uniqueness is what defines you. Each one of us arrived at this ceremony following a different trail. You may have challenged yourself with courses available to you, or you may have just taken those required. You may have planned each and every moment that came before you, or you may have made every decision spontaneously. Within each juncture, did you consider the perspective of those around you, or did you close your mind to new possibilities? Did you love others, or did you lose sight of the respect that they might deserve? Did you love yourself, or did you lose sight of the respect that you deserve? Although many may consider these questions to be trivial and unnecessary, the answers they provide are fundamental. They are the very definition of who you are, and most importantly, who you want to be. Where you are sitting right now, whether it be determined by class rank or alphabet, it is not what defines you, nor should it be the basis on which you are judged. Only you can know the effort that you put into your work. Only you can know who you truly are. So reflect. Reflect on your past and what has led you here. Reflect on what is important to you and what you dedicated yourself to. Reflect on the decisions that you have made, where you spent your time, and who you spent that time with. Reflect on what stole your focus and became the driving force behind all of your efforts. Every decision you have ever made brought you to where you are in this exact moment. So take the time to look back on where you came from and where you are now. Just do not lean into the past for too long, for you may miss the present. Yes, things have not gone as planned, and many of us feel as though we have missed out on a major part of our lives. 12 long or short years of schooling, only to miss the best 3 months of it all. Learn now that nothing is promised. Each day is a new opportunity to either better yourself or to bring down others. Whether you realize it or not, you leave an impact on each person that you meet. Whether that impact is positive or negative is up to you. You get to choose whether you are kind and genuine or hateful and deceiving. How you treat others is how they will define you. You get to choose what kind of day today will be, but you may not get tomorrow. Do not squander the opportunities presented to you today because of your expectations for tomorrow. So just take a second and think about how you arrived here, because we all travel differently. View your past as a lesson and use it to your advantage. Become the person you want to be today and let go of anything or anyone holding you back. Do not be afraid to take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. Thank you.
Good evening. As I was thinking about what I should say for this speech, something dawned upon me. After today, the realistic truth is that I may never see a large percentage of you all before me again. And how the world is today, I may only be friends with maybe 10 out of the near 380 classmates I see before me. But before we leave and enter to a new chapter of our lives, I would like to leave you all with something. We did it. We fought the good fight, we finished the race, and we have kept the faith. And now we're here. As we look back upon these past 4 years of our lives, our minds are flooded with memories. Some good, some bad, but they've all brought you to this point in your life. A milestone that no one, not even COVID-19, can take away from you. You made it to your graduation. This last semester has been a roller coaster. In December, we heard rumors of this virus in China. And 3 months later, the whole U.S. is in quarantine, and our senior year was put on pause. I, for one, became scared as I didn't know what was going to happen next. But Joshua 1:9 says, "Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." And here we are. My father, who is very good at giving advice and finding advice to give, once told me to watch a video called, "If you want to change the world, start off by making your bed." Some of you may have heard this speech. Some probably haven't. But it's a speech given by U.S. Navy Admiral William McRaven. And in this speech, he simply states, if you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. Seems like something so little, so insignificant in your daily routine, but it does make a difference. If you wake up and you make your bed, you started off your day by accomplishing something. Now, if you happen to have a bad day, you still come home to a bed that is made, a bed that you made. One thing that hit me hard as I listened to this speech for the first time was when the Admiral said, making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. And that's the thing I want to leave you with today. To the class of 2020, as we go our separate ways, whether it is doing the homework assignment for one night, helping your parents with the dishes, or picking up your siblings from a friend's house, the little things in life matter. They may not seem as if they matter much to you, but it makes a world of a difference to your parents, your siblings, or even your teachers. So, as we say our last goodbyes to each other, and to our now alma mater, I would like to say this. Do not look past the little things in life, because they do matter. Farewell to the class of 2020, and don't forget to make your bed.
Good evening. I would like to start by saying thank you to all our speakers tonight for doing a great job. A special thank you to Mr. Rochester for such a great speech and advice to our graduates. Mr. Rochester, your mother, Miss Rochester, or Doc Rock, as the LA community knew her, would be extremely proud of you and the message you shared. I'm sure she is smiling from above. Now, for the time we've all been waiting for, the presentation of your diplomas. It's with great pleasure and honor I present to you Mr. Derek Proctor, representative for the Kershaw County School Board, the Lugoff-Elgin High School class of 2020.
Thank you, Mr. Thomason. On behalf of the Kershaw County School Board and its delegates, it is our honor to accept the class of 2020. You may now present your diplomas.
Sawyer William Reeves. Meredith Claire Rhodes. Howard Casey Blair. Sarah Elaine Barnett. Allison Genevieve Sine. Laurel Mackenzie Taylor. Taylor Grace Legrand. Alicia Marie Worden. Dylan Blake Whitehouse. Kaylee Nicole Robinson. Lauren Marie Wickham. William Joseph Lloyd. Caleb Martin Sample. Grayson Elizabeth Duncan. Mary Elizabeth Hooper. Thomas Edwin Smith. Parker Jarrett Clements. Jennifer Nicole Broach. Brooke Alexis Baker. Connor Heath Irwin. Mary Catherine Ogle. Tyler Reed Howard. Christopher James Nichols. Ashlyn Marie Wages. Mackenzie Caitlin McAha. Catherine Lynn Napper. Taylor Michelle Thornton. Erin Mackenzie Cato. Colby Lane Cristofaro. Brooke Lynn Jewel Grant. Kara Emma Lynn Derby. Kayla Kiana Canty. Alexis Brooke Bird. Sierra Carmel Kirkland. Abria Adriana Moore. Langley Marie Whisenhunt. Waylon Daniel Rhodes. America Michelle Hernandez Sanchez. Taekwon Dwayne Wright. William Howard Trabue. Joseph James Anderson. Grayson Maria Holland. Hannah Mackenzie Tomley. Lauren Camille Givot. Andrew Stephen Huffman. Colby Ross Miles. Matthew Craig Cook. Amanda Elizabeth Freeb. Lauren Nicole Jenkins. Haley Dinah Imbarato. Claire Elizabeth Sims. Jasmine Mackenzie Kirkland. Carter Hendry Munn. Taylor Victoria Curry. Ammon Joseph Connell. Devin Peter Stanley. Christopher Thomas Miles. Brittany Ann Vinson. Daniel Paul Alberson. Darby Ray Mihelich. Mary Ashlyn Page. Natalia Rosaline Arriaga. Gabrielle Cheyenne Rutland. Bailey Arizona Anderson. Daniel Graydon Guest. Ali Lachey Nelson. Javier Delgado Aro. Abigail Bailey Coker. Mackenzie Nicole Kimball. Jessica Marie Alvey. Ingrid Ekaterina Herzog. Devani Alondra Valdez Gutierrez. Precise Wisdom Lee. Delaney Brooke Ward. Braxton Jamal Bellamy. Jordan Ivy Herndon. Ayana Elise Young Fletcher. Babatunde Aluesion Vincent Balogun. Fallon Mackenzie Evans. Madeline Faith Rumpel. Madeline Elizabeth Daigle. Ryan Zachary Reynolds. Bailey Joe Ray Miller. Evan Parker Tadji. Brendan Everett Towns. Caroline Camille Irene Coker. Michael Andrew Lee. Krishi Harendra Amin. Najir Yusuf Reed. Analia Elizabeth Pittelkaw. Madison Brooke Swaney. Cade Gavin Nesbitt. Mackenzie Lillette Brooks. Liana Teresa Lauricella. Sarah Ann Lanigan. Anna Page Ward. Macy Elise Puckett. Armando Cervantes Estrada. Abigail Joy Vermillion. Brianna Nicole Starnes. Angelina Marie Hawes. Gabriel Elliott Skiles. Destiny Ann Burgess. Randolph Michael Dinkins. Matthew Lee Young. Logan Matthew Butler. William Brian Cameron. Garrett William Stillwell. Katrina Elizabeth Martin. Michael Ty McCoy. Leah Rain Crisp. Natalie Michelle Stone. Katie Elizabeth Falconberry. Bailey James Clark. Heath Randall Stokes. Matthew Hammond Robinson. Hannah Mae Elizabeth Williams. Emily Ann Sarah Uhas. Caitlin Grace Byram. Jacob Dorian Gladden. Jonathan J. Anderson. Joshua Tyler Kirkland. Michelle Grace Chilson. Anna Grace Setzer. Brandon Heath Crane. Natalie Renee Merciley. John Cameron Keene. Maxwell Lane Belcher. Randall Isaiah Parker. Madison Brooke Wilson. Thomas Christopher Churchwell. Keyshawn Tyreek Adams. Jason William Alexander. Tyler Daniel Alonzo. Sergio Cross Alvarez. James Jordan Anderson. Isabella Grace Antonellis. Evan Wade Arrington. Kevin Paul Aidlet. Aaron Schuyler Hugh Beauchamp. Willie Joseph Bennett. Damian Malachi Billings. Brandon Lee Black. Dalton Blake Bone. Andrew Eric Boone. Eric Dylan Boone. Nicholas Keith Booz. Madison Elizabeth Boyer. Brianna Nicole Branham. Emma K. Branham. Kelly Grace Branham. Kirsten Julie Ann Branham. Zachary Scott Branham. Ashley Alexis Brannon. Leah Elizabeth Brazel. Zemiah Lauren Brisbane. Tiasia Ariel Brown. Ziasia Destiny Brown. Nina Marie Butchko. Dorian Isaiah Burns. Jordan Bailey Bird. Misha Kiopta Camacho. Keandre Dominique Caldwell. John Robert Campbell, Jr. Brett Carson Carter. Michael Ivan Carrillo Vasquez. Riley Allen Clegon. Deacon Allen Cobb. Kinley Morgan Cobb. Nicholas Glenn Cobb. Zachary Clemson Cobb. Charlie Jacob Coakley. Hannah Diane Colvin. Jason Aaron Combest. Morgan Celeste Crane. Kyle Braden Cross. Clay Bradley Ethan Crossway. Jordan Paul Curtis. Cameron Joseph D'Agostino. Satam Daya. Shivani Daya. Matthew Connor Davis. Mahala Lee Dehart. Corinne Denise DeLong. Elizabeth Grace Dickey. Alara Mackenzie Dilly. Desmond Maurice Dykes. Jonathan David Fike II. Joseph Garrett Fisher, Jr. John Luis Flores. Charles Antonio Flores Brazel. Christian Flores Lozano. Jasmine Lee Foster. Ariana Raquel Fox Johnson. Dylan Alexander Freeland. James Eugene Fritsch. Alex McRae Fry. Kelsey Amber Furness. James Matthew Gapkin. Hunter Mackenzie Gaudette. Caitlin Alexis Giamarco. Daniel Luis Gonzalez, Jr. Ashley Nicole Grady. Jonathan Stewart Granger. Edward Gohan Gutierrez. Emilio Alistair Hankins. Corey Tiana Hardy. Wendy Aro. David Wallace Harper III. Jalen Marquise Harris. Quanteris Centrell Harris. Taylor Lee Hart. Savannah Renee Harter. Maurice Bruce Heyman. Ethan Scott Haynes. Iber Josue Hernandez Marin. Brianna Lynn Holmes. Jeffrey Tazio Hupper Jr. Taja Quatina House. Shalia Yvonne Hudson. Brenna Ann Marie Huggins. Jace Michael Talmadge Jackson. Sarah Grace Jackson. Julius Lindell Jacobs. Amanda Page Jameson. Hannah Marie Jewell. Devonte Quadarius Johnson. Walter Tyrod Johnson. Callie Suzanne Jones. Richard Jordan Kennedy. Matthew Brian Kerwin. Jakari Dequan Khan. Maurice Tyvon King Jr. Jarrett Adams Kumas. Noah Alexander Kratz. Jared Marquez Lee. Ahmad Tyler Leggett. Henry David Legrand Jr. Marissa Ann Lemaire. Amber Grace Lemon. Haley Alexis Locklear. Noah Race Lovelady. Kevin Michael Lovett. Jacob Edward Makowski. Savannah Marie Marksberry. Matthew Lewis Mars IV. Cynthia Martinez Gonzalez. John Schuyler Matthews. Carolyn Dawn McAvoy. Ariana Michaela McCall. Skylar Dylan McCants. James Matthew McCollum II. Tristan Allen McCready. Seth Hobson McElveen. Luther Elijah McGee. Jason Wade McIntyre. Kaya Nicole McLeod. Samaj Tyleek McLeod. Janaya Chantel McQueen. Caitlin Elizabeth Mellon. Kylie Beth Merritt. Logan Noel Millette. Selena Malika Mitchell. Jordan Quinnell Moore. Lanique Clarice Moore. Roy Henry Munn. Shelby Elizabeth Murphy. Aubrey Marie Myers Flores. Brian William Napper, Jr. Rosa Marie Ogden. Isaiah Patrick Outen. Joseph Robert Oxendine. Megan Olivia Paget. Dayron Lafarian Pagan. Emily Nicole Parham. Tyler Jess Parker. Kathleen Judith Parsons. Risha Patel. Janae Ashanti Patterson. Jacob Thomas Paulson. Mason Lee Phillips. Jeremiah Mofasa Portee. Autumn Blythe Porter. Autumn Blythe Porter. Lonnie Martin Poston. Zoe Lakin Pottiger. Matthew Tyler Powell. Kylie Jean Marie Price Roysdon. Leanna Hannah Purvis. Gregory Nash Rabun. Gracie Michelle Ramsey. Brianna Lee Ray. Jesse Earl Reason. Kenneth Ray Reap III. John Edward Reed. Kiana Imani Lashai Richardson. Olivia Monique Ricks. Christopher Brandon Robbins. Nicholas Stephen Roberts. Naya Janelle Robertson. Bianca Anais Rosales. Anna Elizabeth Rose. Jessica Marie Ross. Madison Elise Rowe. Joseph Nathaniel Russell. Cassandra Briseño Sanchez. Scott Allen Shear, Jr. Todd James Matthew Shipley. Donald Lee Simons, Jr. Chloe Madison Sims. Cammie Lynn Skinkle. Matthew Stephen Smurdell. Alicia Fantasia Smith. Ashley Marie Smith. Trey Alexander Stevens. Evan Chandler Stewart. Chandler Royal Stroud. Kylie J. Morgan Stroup. Wyatt Hamilton Surratt. Vincent Jaheim Taylor. Brandon Chase Teague. Amari Tonji Thomas. Jasper Tyreek Tucker. Jason Hunter Lee Turner. Mia Rachel Usry. Jacob Gregory Vincent. Justin Lee Wall. Blaze Kelton Watson. Jordan Alexander Weaver. Tyler Christopher Wells. Willie James Weston, Jr. Chandon Tyrese Whitener. Kelsey Victoria Whitman. Mallory Aaron Whitmire. Caleb Michael Williams. Haley Shea Williams. Hannah Mackenzie Williams. Jordan Isaiah Williams. Andrew William Wilson. Harley Nicole Wilson. Deanna Michelle Wingard. Edric Vaughn Wood. Isaiah Malik Woods. Haley Nicole Wooten. Kaylee Jordan Weimer. Everyone, please rise for the singing of the alma mater. Please rise for the singing of the alma mater.
You may be seated. Before I make this last announcement, I ask that everyone in attendance please remain seated until our graduates have marched out of the stadium. We will escort you out of the stadium at that time as you enter. For safety reasons, there is no congregating on campus after the ceremony. At this time, class of 2020, it has been a pleasure to know you. We love you, and we wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. You are now officially graduates of Lugoff-Elgin High School. Go LE!